Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. I am very happy today, guys. Not going to lie, I am very happy, and that is because I got myself some more crypto today. I have been adding to my stash, and every day I do that is a good day. Every day I do that is a good day. Having said that, we are giving away $100 worth of crypto the first time a video hits 1,500 likes in 24 hours. So make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. And my question of today is, have you bought any crypto today, or even this week for that fact? Now, first article, Peter Brandt takes note of fascinating bullish Bitcoin graph. Still sweating over the Bitcoin crash? Take a quick look at this graph mentioned by the veteran chartist Peter Brandt. Oh, he went over on Twitter ranting about crypto again like he always does, but I think it's quite interesting. Let's take a little bit of a look. Peter Brandt said, not sure where you get the data, but if accurate, this is a very fascinating and revealing graph that it comes as a reply to Bitcoin Archive, whom said, Bitcoin supply crisis. Investors continue to move Bitcoin off exchanges and into cold storage. The most fundamental law of economics, supply and demand at play. Lower supply and higher demand equals Bitcoin goes up. And Douglas says, where's the demand? Without the narratives and no real world use, where does this sit? The internet is a funny place sometimes. Wishing you all the best of luck on your investments. I guess I have to stop putting in my 2 cents so Twitter, AI, stop throwing me crypto stuff in my feed. I'm going to say, guys, there's definitely quite a lot of institutional demand for crypto. There's quite a lot of retail demand for crypto. It is trending right now in multiple places. Coinbase, Bitcoin. I mean, Coinbase probably went down again. Parler's having some issues. A lot is also crypto related on there, even though this is not necessarily a crypto related platform. Crypto exchanges report outages as Bitcoin price rises. This is actually both sides. Whenever crypto goes down really hard, whenever you see sharp sell-offs, Coinbase goes down. Whenever you see huge increases, Coinbase goes down. Whenever you see huge amounts of people going on, I don't know, Twitter or something like that about crypto, Coinbase goes down. Basically, Coinbase is a stupid exchange. However, the reason I actually picked this up right here, this article, is because I think it's funny to see how some guys are inherently bearish against crypto, yet they cannot deny the charts. They cannot deny the charts, but they can also not deny the numbers. They cannot deny that people are getting heavily into crypto. And whenever I'm saying crypto, of course I'm talking about Bitcoin, but also altcoins, like for example, XRP and Ethereum. I was very happy to pick up some Ethereum, below $1,000. I'm very happy to pick up any XRP below 25 cents. It just feels good. Bitcoin, I don't really have a minimum price for. I don't really feel comfortable buying at all at these levels because it's just ridiculously high. Above all-time high, buying never feels really great, but in the end, you just got to accept that it's the new standard possibly, or that is just kind of a stop towards a bigger end. For example, if you're climbing the Mount freaking Everest, you're 500 feet in, that might sound like you're already very high and it's, very freaking far, but in the end, you might just be a little hike upwards of the total road, if you guys get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, Mark Cuban says crypto is exactly like the dot-com bubble. Once more, there's always going to be guys who are saying this is not going to be it. I've told you guys a little bit early today why XRP, for example, has almost no downside to it, as the only negative thing you can kind of pick with it is it might be called a security in the US. That is basically all you can say about it, as the rest is good. Will people hold it? Yes. Will it keep going up in value? Not necessarily, but will it keep going up in usage? Definitely so. So from that perspective, hey, it's a pretty good coin in my perspective. And also, it's of course one of the fastest, and it has a real use in the sense that Bitcoin is just the first, basically, which is very important, but it's not that great for future usage. XRP really has that. I just sometimes want to pick that up here. Just quickly tell that. Also, talking about picking up, I also picked up some GSX. Again, I put a little bit more inside because, again, I want to try, right? I said before I'm buying quite a lot of altcoins, but I'm also trying out a couple of different platforms. And this one here, I'm trying out because there's a pretty huge ROI possibility, at least the way I'm seeing it. Right now, there's a 22% bonus plus 5% for using my link. And it is basically a gold-backed coin where right now they have quite a lot of gold-rich land and gold in Zimbabwe. And they'll be mining gold. And the more they mine, the more they can reinvest to buy more of that land. And in the end, it should be worth more and more money, which is the backing of the coin, which should make the coin go up in value as well. Right now, they've also added staking. Check it out. A link is down below. Okay, so the dot-com bubble would actually mean that right now we're going to like the tip of the tip, the creme de la creme, and eventually we'll go back down. But the reason I keep on denying things like this is because people say this and then point to, for example, the 2021-20, I guess, run right now, and I point them towards the 2017 run when people used to say this. Right? People are saying it right now, like, oh yeah, crypto is not going to do good because it's just a bubble. And I'm saying, okay, well, what was it in 2017 then? Has the bubble popped and just resparked? Is this a new bubble? Is this the same bubble, but it didn't just pop completely? Or what? Because you could say at $3,000, a lot of people who really thought it was a bubble thought they were correct already because they thought, yeah, you know, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. But then again, it sparked up a lot of enthusiasm along the way, and it kept rallying for months up on end. Why? Why would that be then? Now, on that same note, a lot of the people who actually bought into crypto ever are in profit. 88% of the Bitcoin addresses and 92% of the Ethereum addresses are in profit. This could be closer towards 95, but hey, that's just big guys trying to get a little quick buck. And of course, today is a negative day, so this percentage logically goes down a little bit. But overall, I think most people who've ever bought Bitcoin or Ethereum should be in profits. You should have at least doubled your money if you've been in here for a little while. Same with altcoins though, except for XRP. Most of them have at least doubled in the shortest amount of time. And Into the Block here posted some cool statistics. The Into the Block in and out of the money classifies addresses based on if they are profiting or losing money on their positions at the current price. Addresses in profit: Bitcoin 88, Ethereum 92, Litecoin 70, ADA 81, Link 82, Bitcoin Cash 90, Sushi 76, Uni 71, YFI 79, Vet 90, and AVE 79. Pretty crazy if you start to think about it. Then this is actually something I wanted to do in another video completely, but since we have so many articles and I'm not even going to get through them all, I think in 15 minutes here, I got to cover it quickly. Cryptocurrency traders could lose all their money. Hey, no doges. Cryptocurrency traders could lose all their money, UK watchdog warns. Now, there's been quite a lot of talks about this recently, and I'm going to also tell you guys to be careful when you're involving yourself with crypto, as, for example, it could be a bubble. It could be that all this crypto stuff is just lies upon lies. I personally don't believe it, but hey, it could definitely be. But they're more so referring to coins like XRP, who could be called either a security, or who could be banned, or who could just lose its value like XRP has just done because of whatever. Right, because of whatever, since it's a speculative thing. Another thing I noticed, though, is this article right here. World's 6th largest bank is blocking Bitcoin transactions. According to a report published by The Times, HSBC has opted to block deposits from digital currency wallets. With DeFi, users have an alternative choice to draconian rules. HSBC has opted to block customers from banking crypto profits. According to The Times, other UK banks prevent users from buying cryptocurrencies with credit cards. The UK is known for its strict stance against crypto, and DeFi could be the solution to fight against traditional finance extreme measures. And yeah, on this same note, I also saw another article and try to connect all these things together. You guys see what I'm trying to do? Crypto.com partners with Booking.com for travel discounts. This one is really freaking tempting to me. All right, I have a link down below for Crypto.com. I've actually had 0 referrals on there. So it's not like I want you guys to use the link, but I do have it down there. I don't even know if it works because I've never seen somebody use it before. But hey, there's a link down there. And I'm actually honestly thinking about using Crypto.com, which all these websites are advertising for here regardless, because I'm thinking maybe I should just put some money in there. Again, just like maybe 3% of my total money, maybe 5% or so, maybe even less, maybe 3% again. Just to have it for in case I need to spend something with this Visa card, because I don't like to rely on banks all the way, right? And I want to keep my money in crypto, not really leave it in the bank. On the contrary, though, you also want a way to spend it if really necessary. And through this Visa card, you can actually get yourself a couple of really nice discounts. And from that perspective, I'm like, well, even though I hate spending crypto, if this is how I can do it, maybe, maybe it would be pretty nice. Because, well, if you're spending some Bitcoin at 41,000, for example, I don't think that's a bad deal, because I, in this case, have already had times 15 profit or so. I don't know what my cheapest Bitcoin buy was. I think it's maybe at like $1,000 or so, what I have in my wallet. So from that perspective, I'm not really too mad to buy a hotel night stay or whatever for, let's say, I don't know, $200 with a 25% discount even. Because in the end, I could just literally put that money into crypto again if I wanted to. And if I get a discount, then why the frick not? But again, it's also like, you sometimes need to spend some crypto if you're talking small amounts, just so you're really adding to the use case, right? Otherwise, again, it's all just speculation if it doesn't really get the real use. Sometimes you got to also use the crypto, if you guys get what I'm trying to say. Even though I'm not really for selling, I'm also saying hold. But in this case here, I told you guys at the start, I'm just talking about 3% of your total net worth, for example, that you put in a cart like that for maybe if you ever want to buy something and actually use the crypto, more so for fun though, rather than really the convenience of the crypto spending. You guys get what I'm trying to say? You just hold stash, you never touch that, never in your life, hopefully, unless you really need it. And then side, you could have, for example, 15% for trading, maybe 3% for just, I guess, buying stuff like this and so forward. That's all you might fill the rest in yourself. This crypto user loses 2.6 Bitcoin while transferring his wallet. I've actually thought about that. One guy came up to me, I believe it was yesterday, or maybe even it was today. It was like maybe, let's say 20 hours ago or so. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. He came up to me and said, Dusty, I did something really stupid. All right. I had a wallet on my computer with XRP. I think it was like maybe Exodus or so. And the computer broke down. What should I do? And I told him, man, I literally have no idea. Why? Well, this scenario here that we're seeing right in front of us is a little bit different, where this guy thought he had the password saved, but he didn't. That's, again, a little bit of an accident, basically. But the guy in my comments, I basically had a situation like I had, where my computer broke down and my Exodus was on there, for example. So I thought I'd lost the money. But I also always have backup codes. So I could also just go, I don't know, to the Exodus website or so and fill out all those things where you can just get your money back because you have backup codes. And I actually also integrated my Exodus into another platform to make sure I have the private keys always around, right? I actually also think I have it written down maybe somewhere, the real crypto, at least Bitcoin private key. Now, if you're wondering, what can you do if your computer breaks down and you have a software wallet, you're really going to rely solely on your backups. If you don't have it backed up, there's really nothing you can do. And the same thing goes for some decentralized platforms out there. If you don't know your codes, you're done for. And again, that's one thing I sometimes like to pop up or to inform people about when we're talking about decentralized systems and systems that do not rely on a central authority, I guess, which is decentralized. They do not have the same security and safety features that, the centralized systems have. There's not really always a forgot your password button. There's not really a lost your computer button all the time everywhere, because there's not one centralized database with a central authority which can grab it for you out of there, right? There's nothing just that you can easily change or edit. There's no pulling from wallets either. It's only push. So if you've lost your keys, I don't know what you can do. I literally do not. I have no idea what your solution is going to be. So please stop emailing me about that type of stuff. I do not know. If you have any questions regarding anything, join the Discord. That's your best bet. Maybe somebody knows. And also, guys, make sure you follow me over on Twitter. All right, it's TheDustyBC on there. I notice a lot of you guys are not following me just quite yet, but I want to hit 10,000 followers here in the next 3 months. So you should head on over, give me a little follow, and I'll give you a cookie if you're very nice. Having said that, let's move on. Let's see what else I got here. Let's move on. As predicted, Bitcoin just hit the $50,000 mark. All right, here's what's next. Let's actually cover this in a different video. I guess that's a completely different subject because there's a little bit of a story I want to make on that one. Top British bank bans Bitcoiners. That's on the same note, though. HSBC, actually, I think about a couple of years earlier, there was also a ban like this. The credit card situation has been there for years upon end as well, where you cannot buy cryptocurrencies with credit cards over in the UK and actually a couple of different countries as well, which is interesting. Then crypto user recovers long lost private keys to access $4 million in Bitcoin. Even with the now found fortune, the lucky student said they would avoid expensive luxuries like a new car or house. And the thing is, I always think about it in a way of, this guy probably didn't pay his taxes that he most likely had to pay, depending on what country he's in. He might be messed up. And that's sometimes what I think about as well. Like, what if you don't know? Or what if you lose access to your crypto and get it back later? For example, let's say you have $100,000 in crypto, right? In the Netherlands here, it'd have to be taxed at about let's say 1% each year. What if you lose it for a little bit? You have to pay 3 years worth of taxes then afterwards? But then with all the fees or what? What if you never get it back though? Is it like only if you get the money back we have to pay tax for all those years then? But what if it went down in value than it was at that highest point? Then you have no money, but you have to pay all the taxes then. It's a little bit strange how that goes, right? If you lose money. And that's one thing these traditional systems don't think about too much. With cash, you have it on your own hand, right? If you lose your cash, too bad, but they cannot really verify what you did with it. If you have the money in a wallet, they could literally observe the wallet and see, hey, it's stuck there. I cannot take it out. I've lost the key. And to a certain degree, they can't really do too much about you, right? I guess the easiest way is to just never tell the taxman or just say you've lost it and basically so you don't have to pay tax. But what if you lose it afterwards? You can never verify it anymore, that it was real, like your money owned basically. Otherwise, you're still a fraud, which is really a flawed part of the system because it's very odd, right? Same thing I have right now. I have referral money locked up in one platform, maybe a couple $100. I do not know how much it is. The thing is, though, since there are thresholds, and I don't really want to involve myself with the project anymore, I have I think it's maybe $200 or something, maybe $300. There's thresholds to get your payout. Maybe let's say it's $1,000, maybe $400, choose something. But I don't want to involve myself with the project anymore. It could still be that one of the guys who I've referred at one point or another actually makes more money, so I get the payout eventually, right? But it could also be that I'm never going to get that payout. How does the tax for that work? I really do not know. I can't ask a financial advisor, which I am not, by the way. Keep considering that I am not. I sometimes think about it. What do you do then? However, let's see this one. I spent the next week, this is again talking about this guy. Let's actually read from the start. A student has claimed he found his private keys accidentally holded starting as early as 2011, which will unlock more than $4 million. According to the account from Bitcoin Holder Thank You, the Reddit user was able to cash out roughly 4.2 million in Bitcoin after finding lost keys to 127 Bitcoin on December 22nd. When the price of the crypto asset was 23,000, they later liquidated the coins in the middle of the run. I spent the next week trying to figure out how to safely and securely liquidate such a large amount of Bitcoin for the cheapest price possible, said the Redditor. I went back and forth between different over-the-counter principal desks and ultimately ended up selling all 127 Bitcoins for a price of $33,439 per coin minus a 0.15% fee. The net was roughly $4.24 million. They claim to have earned Bitcoin in 2011 or 12 through surveys, watching videos, and completing random tasks to ultimately use the coins for purchasing in-game currency for the online game Dark Orbit. The private keys were reportedly never really missing, just forgotten on an older model Dell computer, as Bitcoin Holder Thank You ended up not purchasing the currency. Unfortunately, if the Redditor's account is to be believed, they missed out on almost $1 million in additional profit for not selling a little bit later, but hey, it's definitely an interesting situation, and that sometimes made me think about it, right? If you just hold, in a couple of years, you could be so happy that you did. To give myself credit, I did hold for 8-9 years, which is more than the vast majority of crypto users, they said. I definitely would have done things differently if I were given a second chance. Despite their sudden fortune, the Redditor says they will avoid expensive luxuries and intends to put the bulk of the funds into the S&P 500, adding, I don't want to end up like one of these people who win the lottery and blow it all in a matter of months/years. I'm going to continue living my life normally as I was on December 21st and every day before that. I think about that sometimes, and somewhere else I think this guy should most likely just put it into crypto if he wants the best ROI. On a different end, this is a lot of a safer bet, depending on what you call safe, but it's an interesting one to go for, right? Again, what is your priority? Where do you stand in life? He stands in the sense of he wants to, I guess, live a happy, comfortable life with a very low risk, but again, that depends on what you call the S&P. Do you call it low or medium or high risk even? He just wants to be out of crypto. And that's sometimes I'm like, well, if you really want to make a lot of money or live the good life, why would you go for crypto? At least if you have 127 Bitcoin, go and take out 110 Bitcoin and leave 17 in maybe or something like that. Cash out 3.5 million, leave in a 750,000, see what it can do, right? You diversify your investments instead of going all S&P. See him lose money in a crash soon. 80% of his money down the drain. Could be. Who knows? It's not really the safest bet. Some people say it's safe, but it's not really necessarily that way. And then correction time, Bitcoin plunges 7,000 in hours as 1.3 billion is liquidated. Again, it happens. It's how it goes. The crypto price right here is not even updated, by the way. If I refresh, it just changes like crazy. On this one either. Where was it now? This one. Whatever. There was one on the side just now, and the Bitcoin price was not, here it is. This is not at all what it is right now, but I just haven't refreshed the website, I guess, in a couple of hours here. That is crazy. But guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I'll definitely see you guys again in another one. Just be careful with all your stuff, and holding is most likely the best option. But yeah, whatever. Not a financial advisor. Check out my links down below, and I'll see you guys again in another one.